there, this is Mrs. Piper, and I'm going to take this video to go over the process you're going to need to follow in order to complete your Art Elements Scavenger Hunt. If you'll notice, I'm starting on my dashboard. Your dashboard looks different. You'll have one of these tiles, and you'll just click on whichever one you have. I'm going to click on MS Art 1, and I'm going to scroll to Modules. Remember, modules are where all of your lessons are located, and I'm going to click on the Art Elements Scavenger Hunt. When you click on the Art Elements Scavenger Hunt, it is set up just like all of our assignments will be set up. You have the title of the lesson, the learning goals and objectives, and the activity. If you scroll down, it'll give you instructions to follow. You'll read through those instructions. It'll tell you to click on the blue link, complete the scavenger form, insert the images, and then submit your slide for grading. So when you click on the link, you will have a submit button. You're a student, so in your Chromebook, you'll see a submit button right here. I don't have it because this is my teacher version. But when you click on the link, you're going to open up the scavenger hunt form. This is a Google slide, and on it is the information that you need to use in order to complete the hunt. Now, if you recall in our last video, I used a website called photosforclass.com to select illustrations of the elements of art. I'm going to minimize this screen for just a moment, and I'm going to look at my desktop. In a Chromebook, your file is probably in images. So you'll click on your images, and hopefully in images you have created a folder that's called either Art Elements or Scavenger Hunt, or whatever you choose to call it. In my Art Elements file, I have examples that I have downloaded from the website photosforclass.com. I have examples of color. I have examples of form. I have examples of line and shape and space and value and texture, etc. So I know that my images have already been selected, and I've got a variety from which to choose. That way I can figure out which ones I'm going to use to illustrate each of the elements. So I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to re-maximize my form. When you click on the link to open up the form, it automatically makes a copy for you. So this is now your copy. So you'll want to go ahead and click in it and write your first and last name. Okay. And once you have done that, you are then going to see the instructions. You've used the website photosforclass.com to complete this assignment. Now, we've already collected the photos, so you should have a selection, but you need to make sure that you're finding an example of each of the following. You need one example of line, one example of color, one example of shape, form, texture, space, and value. And you need one of each of the following. You need one of the examples to be primarily red, one to be primarily orange, one to be primarily yellow, one green, one blue, one violet. And then if you'll notice, I've got neutral or rainbow. Neutral is gray tones, so it would work well for value. You're going to see a lot of lines that are also neutral tones. So you could use neutral as one of your color choices, or you can use rainbow. Now, the rainbow I put in here because when you look for examples of color, there are a lot of them that have multiple rainbow arrays of color. So I wanted to give you a choice. Now you'll notice there are 7 elements: line, color, shape, form, texture, space, and value, but there are 8 of the colors to choose from. So you can leave out any one that you choose. I would prefer that you leave out one of these bottom 2, either the neutral or the rainbow, because I think it would be really nice to have an example of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and then your choice of either rainbow or neutral. But I'll leave that up to you, and it really does not matter to me. So if you don't have a good example of yellow, then leave off yellow and use neutral instead. That's totally fine. Okay? Now, it says that I've used the website photosforclass.com to complete this assignment. We see these empty boxes. So you are going to have to select the images that are going to fill these boxes. And you're going to do that by using the Insert Images tab. So I'm going to start up here with the top, and I think I'm either going to start with shape or color. I think I'm going to start with color because this way I'll have the rainbow at the top. I know which image I want to use for it. So I'm going up here to the Insert Images button, and I'm going to upload it from my computer. Now, when I upload it from my computer, I had to go to desktop and I had to find the file that was called Art Elements. You might have to go to Images and find the file that's called either Art Elements or Scavenger Hunt, whatever you chose to call it. So when I open up Art Elements, I see my selections, and I know that I wanted to use this one for color. So I'm going to click on this image and I'm going to open it into my slide. And you will notice that it's very, very large. So I'm going to have to shrink it down by clicking on the corner and dragging it down. I'm shrinking the size of the image. I want to put it in this top square, but as you'll notice, it's kind of bigger than the square itself. So I could either shrink it and make it smaller by clicking on the corner and pulling it in, or I can crop it. So for this one, I think at this point, I'm going to crop this rectangle and make it more of a square. So this little button right here is the crop image button. I'm going to click on it, and then you'll notice little tabs that pop up in the corners. I can pull that in to where I want it. I can pull this one in to where I want it. And now I click the crop button one more time, and my image is now the size that I want it. So this completes color. So I'm going to click on the word color and I'm going to highlight it. You could do a strike through or you could do a highlight. Do something so that you can remember that you have already completed color. And which color selection did I already use? I used rainbow. So I'm going to click on the word rainbow and I'm going to highlight it so that I know that I cannot use it again. Now, if you want to do something a little more decorative, you'll notice this border is white at the top. So I can click on the border button and I can give it a border, and that way it looks like it fits in with the rest of the diagram. Okay? So I'm going from color to, let's do shape next. My shape, I know, is going to be my red leaf. So I'm going to click on Insert, Image. I'm going to upload my image from the computer, and there is my red leaf. I know that it's illustrating shape and it's illustrating red. So I'm going to click on it and open it. And as you can see, again, it's large. So I'm going to bring it down by clicking on the corner and moving it up to where it belongs. Now you will notice that this leaf is a vertical image, but my rectangle is more of a horizontal. So I could actually take this little handle and pull it around and make this leaf more horizontal. And now it fits beautifully into its space. So you can turn them because this leaf looks just as beautiful sideways as it does vertically. That's totally fine with me. Again, you might want to add that border back to the edge. And that way I have now done shape. So I'm going to highlight the word shape. And I have now used the red. So there's my red. Now, you may do these in any order that you wish. I personally would like to do it in color order. So I'm going to do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. And that will be the order that I wish to do it. So my red is shape. My orange is going to be form. Yellow is going to be texture, etc. So all you need to do to complete this form is insert your images into these boxes, and then you're going to click on your blue submit button. Remember, this has been automatically saved into your Google Drive. So when it is time to submit, you just find the Elements of Art Scavenger Hunt that has your answers on it. These are considered your answers. Your images are your answers. Once you find the one that has your images on it, you're going to click the blue submit button to turn it in. So that concludes this information video about how to complete your Elements of Art Scavenger Hunt. Thank you for watching, and have a great day and enjoy the project. Thank you very much.